Hey my friends, this is Laurie again. I love making videos. I just absolutely love making videos. And I want me a video set up so bad so y'all have a different look than just me standing in here and you can't really see what I'm doing. But I said I was going to do one video a day. And really, I don't need to do that many a day because, you know, I got other things I need to be doing. But, okay, this is what I'm cooking for supper. I had to share this. Matter of fact, if you're my friend on Facebook, this is under my notes. If you click on my name and go to my wall, look up under on the left-hand side, up under my profile name, and click on notes. And then under recipes, it's like best cornbread ever or whatever. It came from a 1930s Jiffy recipe book that I've got. And, you know, everybody knows Jiffy. They got bacon mix too, you know, like Bisquick, and I love that brand. Okay, you can go to jiffymix.com and send off and get this free recipe book. And everything in here is made using some type of Jiffy product, whether it be the corn muffin mix, the cake mix, their oatmeal cookies are the bomb, they got muffins, all that. This is the best Mexican cornbread that, oh, you will be all the rave, like me, of course. No, I'm just kidding. If you make this, though, it is called chili and cheese cornbread. Well, I've kind of made the recipe even easier, and I just call it awesome Mexican cornbread. You need a box of Jiffy, okay? You need a box of Jiffy. And look, all you do, take your Jiffy, of course, you know, get your ingredients together and just cut your oven on. Make sure the frying pan's not in the oven so you won't melt the handle off of it like I've done before. Make sure there's nothing in the oven. Preheat it to 350, okay? Dump your Jiffy in there, okay? It calls for 3 eggs. I've already got them right there. 1, 2, 3. Ain't I something? I did that ahead of time so y'all wouldn't have to watch me crack the eggshells. Then it calls for a can, one of the small cans of kernel corn. And you drain it off. You dump that in there. Ooh, it's so good. Big Daddy gonna love me. And then the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of melted margarine. What a weird amount of ingredient. A half a stick is a 1/4 of a cup, and 2 sticks is a half a cup. So they say like 2.5 sticks of butter or margarine. That's a little bit too much. So what I did was melt 1 stick of butter. That's enough. Okay. Well, we already, you know, being a nurse, I have to be mindful of heart disease and all that and everything. So I just melted a stick of butter. Let me tell y'all something about butter. It's expensive, and this right here, Blue Bonnet margarine, substitutes very well for butter with the flavor and everything. And I think this is 89 cents on sale for 4 sticks. Isn't that amazing? If you don't get this, get the Land O'Lakes Pure and Creamy. But this is even cheaper, and you wouldn't know it wasn't butter. So melt a stick of butter and pour that in there. I usually get me a scraper and scrape all of that out. But anyway, I think I got it all. So I wouldn't even pay attention to that 3/4 of a cup, because that's too weird. And you know, you have to break into another stick. So melt 1 stick of butter. It calls for 1 cup of sour cream, and I buy these, you know, 16 ounces, and if you passed math in school, you know that 16 ounces is 2 cups. So I just kind of cut me a line in there and scrape out that half. There's your cup. Voila. Ain't got to measure, but you do have to measure your salt and your baking powder. Powder, not the baking soda like I put in my tea, but powder, like baby powder. A teaspoon of baking powder. Bam. And a teaspoon of salt. I just really need a new video camera. Teaspoon of salt. And don't put no more than a teaspoon salt, because it does come out. And you can taste the salt, but it's good. It's not too salty. It's just right. The other ingredient that it calls for is a 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. Well, here's a 4-ounce can. And if you're like us, when we eat Mexican cornbread, we want it to be hot. So I buy jalapeno peppers. But let me tell y'all a money-saving trick, and it's even better. Instead of, because you're not going to put this whole can of diced jalapenos. See, I buy the jalapenos instead of the green chilies because they're not really hot. They're very mild. You're not going to put this 4-ounce can of chopped jalapenos in this cornbread, or you'll be sucking on a ketchup bottle like Lloyd and Harry was on Dumb and Dumber when they ate those peppers on that hamburger. Y'all remember that? You won't be able to eat it so hot. Some of you might. But what I do, look for this in the grocery store. Diced jalapeno peppers. So it calls for a can of green chilies, but what I do is ever how you like it or your family likes it, I just scoop me out some jalapenos and they're already chopped for you. I like 1 teaspoon. And you can kind of eyeball it and see how much you like it. And I put like a teaspoon of that juice in there. And it'll be hot. And y'all, you just mix all that up. Make sure your eggs are whipped up good in there. And your sour cream. And I tell you what, it's telling you to grease or butter a baking dish. Let me tell y'all a trick. You know, when you bake cornbread in a glass Pyrex, you have to scrub and let that pan soak because the cornbread gets all stuck to it. You can spray Pam all day long or Baker's Joy or whatever. And I do use that sometimes, but for $6, you can go to Sam's Club, or there's a place I think called Costco, like up in other states that doesn't have a Sam's. See how that's all mixed up? See there? Mixed up, and it's ready for my cheese. But for $6, you can go to Sam's and get, I forgot how many's in here. There's a bunch in here of aluminum pans. Look at there. They're 9 by 13. They're perfect for casseroles, a cake that calls for a 9 by 13 pan, or pans like this to make your cornbread in if you don't want to wash dishes. Okay? But you still have to spray it, of course. Y'all gonna love me because this is some awesome cornbread, y'all. I'm telling you. I just spray mine. Spray the bottom of it. And then I got to show y'all this. It calls for cheese, and you just put a cup of cheese or ever how much you want. I want y'all to see my Big Daddy grater machine here. How about them apples? I got this off of eBay, and it's called a King Cutter salad cutter, and it comes with all different kind of blades. But I just use that for my cheese, and it's awesome. So anyway, I'm gonna put about that much cheese, one big old handful in there, and you stir that up, put it in the oven, and bake it for, it calls for 45 minutes, but I check it after about 25, and because you don't want to overcook it and scorch your cornbread. Ooh, it's so good. Oh, I can't use that line either. It sounds like that 13 WMAZ man. Ooh, it's so good. And I can't say the word Y-A-L-L. That is a 4-letter word. So I can't say that, and I can't say, ooh, it's so good. So I'm going to have to come up with me another saying. Sure is gonna be good. I like that. Gonna be good. Y'all got to make cornbread, but you're falling behind. You got to keep up with me. See, you ain't made your apple fritters yet. You got to do that. So head on to Walmart and get your sandwich maker. Karen loves my videos, by the way. She came to see me today. I love you, Karen. Y'all be good. I'll be back.